What's up everybody, Steve here. In previous videos I have mentioned that we did sell our real estate brokerage back in 2018. Since then I've had multiple requests to talk more about that structure and how exactly we ended up selling our real estate brokerage. So just a quick background, back in 2006 I got my real estate broker's license after being a licensed realtor for about 3 years. I got my sister to move over from the east coast of Florida. She joined me in this venture, and that same year in 2006 we opened up our real estate brokerage, Maxim REALTORS. Initially our plan was just to stay small. It was my sister, myself, and we had a part-time employee helping out with certain marketing and answering phone calls. When the real estate market crashed, a lot of real estate brokerages went out of business, and organically we started receiving phone calls from other real estate agents that we've done business with in the past. As time progressed, we started organically recruiting real estate agents, and our real estate brokerage began to increase in size. Now around 2017, I can tell you I was a little bit burned out dealing with a lot of real estate contracts, a lot of different personalities in the business, not even just our real estate agents, but real estate agents that they've dealt with, certain disputes and discrepancies. And my sister also handled majority of the accounting in the back end, and we were both a little bit burnt out. So around this time in late 2017, I talked to my sister. I said, what if we actually sold the real estate brokerage? In the beginning, she was a little bit heartbroken, but I explained to her that she would never have to cut another check again. After hearing that, she was on board 100%. Shortly after, I started interviewing different business brokers. I wanted a little bit of separation between me and the potential buyers, and that's why we did have a middleman, a business broker, to go ahead and promote our real estate brokerage. Also, they have many of the different facets that we didn't necessarily have to promote our real estate brokerage to the open market. I was pleasantly surprised at the amount of inquiries that we have had over just a handful of months with potential buyers and meeting with these potential buyers as well as their representative business broker that they've had. And a handful of months later, we did team up with the right partners, and we ended up selling 80% of our brokerage, where I still retain 10% of the company and my sister still retains the other 10%. So going through this process, I learned a lot, and I'm just gonna break it down quickly for you guys. Number one was it was very important to have the books in order, meaning you had to show your profit and loss, your income and expenses, and they had to directly correlate with our with all the bank statements. You had to show a certain level of proof to make sure that the buyer was confident and comfortable with the purchase of your organization. The second thing is I wanted to be very selective in who was actually going to be investing into our organization. I want to make sure that our real estate agents and employees were taken care of and nothing was going to drastically change. You see, we're a small real estate brokerage. We're very flexible. We're 100% commission brokerage as well. And I wanted to make sure that the new buyers had the same comparable vision. And if anything, they were going to add value to our real estate brokerage and our real estate agents. One potential prospect that we had was one of the head guys over out of Atlanta. He came down. He was with Realty. If you know anything about Realty, they own Premier Sotheby's, Better Homes and Garden, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, and so forth. In speaking with that prospect directly, I just knew that our vision was not going to line up with more of the corporate mentality and the franchisor. The next thing that was extremely important was ensuring that we were portraying everything after the sale to our real estate agents and employees to ensure that they had a certain level of comfort with this transaction. I can tell you for months at a time, it was a very delicate process because a lot of real estate agents were coming to us asking a lot of questions if we were going to be completely out of the picture. And we wanted to make sure that they had that comfort level, so we had to be very diligent and we had to be very careful on how we were portraying this new partnership. And the new partnership, how we did portray, and it has come to fruition, was we have really great partners and they are bringing a lot to the table for our agents, from just adding more resources and tools to our organization to further better our real estate agents' businesses. And on the back end, nothing has really changed in terms of affecting them in terms of their money and so forth. If anything, it actually has helped them increase their commission and their sales. Another thing that I learned, it's very important to compromise and make sure that the buyers do have a good comfort level. One thing that our partners did bring up in the beginning is they wanted to ensure that we still had a stake in the game, which is why they actually came up with the 80-20. They wanted us to retain a certain level of ownership within the organization, which we were more than happy. We were actually excited that we would still have part ownership in the brokerage. Also, I do have an upcoming video on recruitment in the entire state of Florida. So if you guys are a Florida real estate agent, Florida real estate broker, and you guys are looking to get into the business or switch brokerages, I will have a breakdown on exactly what we offer within our organization, and we are a 100% commission office. And the last thing that I learned is it can be done. You can build something from scratch, build it to a certain size, a certain income, and you can sell it. And it's proven, and I get it. I've seen other people sell businesses in the past, and it was just a good feeling that we proved it to ourselves that we can, in fact, build something from nothing, build it up, and actually eventually sell it. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching this. If you got any value out of it, I appreciate a big thumbs up. Also, the next video coming up, I actually go into detail on how to start a real estate brokerage. So be sure to check that one out. See ya.